morning, Jana here with Jana's Quilt Shop. Well, it's time for Potholder Friday. I've got a couple made here that I think you might like. They're ornaments. Look at that. All you need is some strips of fabric and all that, and you've got an ornament. I've got two of them, one here and one here. I've used little Christmas prints that we have in the store. There's a Santa there, gingerbread boy, and the cutest little snowman there. And some packages. So I just mixed the colors up and used all those Christmas prints, sewed them together, and let me show you what you're going to need to make this. You're going to need your topper, and you're going to need two pieces that go beside it. You're going to need 4 squares for your corners on it. Of course, all your strips. You're going to need a binding, cut 2.5 inches, the width of the fabric, so that you've got enough for your hanger here at the top as well. But look at that stripe on there. This stripe fabric's already on the diagonal, so when you cut it and hand do it, it leaves it on a diagonal. I think that's so cute. This one I used the red dots, and I did the hanger and the binding and the back all out of the same. Okay, so what you do is you sew your strips together. I've made them a little bit large so that I can square them down, and then you're going to sew your sides to your topper there of your ornament. So that's ready to go, but we got to do our corners. So here's how you do that. You've got 4 tone-on tones, and these tone-on tones, you got to make sure you get the right side up, and you're going to do right sides together. Now, what I would recommend, if you don't have this tape like I do here, you would need to mark your diagonal on these 4. So how you do that is you just mark a line corner to corner. So you get a little pencil line there or something you're used to mark with, and you're going to sew right down the line. Start from the very corner to the very corner. That's very important. Hit the corner, not on each side, but hit the corner. See, there you go. So when it flips up, you can check it to make sure. If it's even out there, you've done a good job sewing. If it's not, you may have to sew just inside the line just a little, so when it folds up. So you've got that, and you trim it 1/4 inch from that line. We'll do these all at once, and then we can go in there and press. So let's do all 4 corners real quick. Here's another one. You lay it in the corner. You mark your diagonal. I'm going to use my tape here. We have this tape in the shop that we sell that marks your lines for you. And it's so nice. You just line it up. I'm going to follow that little red line right there with my corner. I got it. I never had to mark it. Love that. So I'm going to do my 1/4 inch. Okay. Then I'm going to do the next one. It won't take but a second. Since I don't mark it, if you want to mark it, make sure you mark it good corner to corner. Get my lined up with my red line. There we go. Number 3. Okay, it's always a good idea to flip it up and make sure you're square and you're hitting your mark there. Got it on that one. One last one. Right sides to right sides. Looks good. Get that right in the corner. There we go. I'm going to hit that corner over there. Got all 4 of them. It's going to look like a ball right now. But we put that topper on there. It'll be an ornament. Okay, let me press these corners down real quick right here at the ironing board. Got those. Okay. Oh, look at it now. Starting to turn out. Now see those bells? I want them at the bottom because I don't want them going up. Gotta make sure they're at the bottom. Now all I need to do, I'll press these in a minute here. Let's go ahead and sew them on and then press. Line that up down the center. Okay. You may want to pin this on, but I'm gonna hold it with my fingers right in place. There we go. All right. Oh, look how good that looks. Let me go press this again right here. Okay. Here we go. Isn't that cute? We're getting there. So now, I'm not going to square it up until I quilt it, but it'll need to be squared up, and we can do that after we get it quilted. So now, this is easy to quilt. What I did is I just went down these lines and then down in the ditch on this, and the ditch on everything, basically. So what you do is you don't quilt on those corners. You come inside, and to stitch in the ditch, you make sure you go right at the edge. I don't want to go back and forth, so I'm going to hold it very steady. And I'm using white thread. So you can see that. And it's best to take a couple stitches there at the end. And then this one, I'll just come up beside that too, right in that ditch, and try to hold it straight, because if you weave back and forth, it looks really bad. But there you go. Okay, so that's what you're going to do on every stitch in the ditch. I left the white on the back so you could see it. Normally, I would match with the blue. See, I did this one. You hardly tell it's quilted when you match with the matching thread, but the white on the front doesn't show very much, and you can tell it's quilted. So you go through, quilt the whole thing, square it up, then you're going to press your binding in half. You're going to press this in half, wrong sides together in half, and then what I do is I flip this up, start at the bottom, and sew all the way around. Let me show you how to do a corner real quick. I'll take this back off because I would need this pressed really good and all this squared up, but I want to show you how to do one, and then I'll do mine. Okay, so I'll start there. I'll make it a 1/4 inch seam, but people wonder how you do these mitered corners on those. So what you do is you come and you stitch and you leave it a 1/4 inch back. So you can mark it or hold your finger there. So I'm holding my finger there. I'm leaving it a 1/4 inch. I cut my thread each time. And then it seems to automatically want to fold for you. So you fold back, squaring it up at the top, and then you sew again. So I'll go ahead and sew this. I'll have to pick this out, but I want to show you exactly how those corners can do. So I broke my thread, turned it, and folded it back just like that. Now watch when I turn this. You will have your corner trimmed out, but look what a perfect miter. And see, you just pull it to the back, and you've got a perfect mitered corner there. See that? How easy that is? So you do that on all 4 corners, and they're going to look like this. That's 4 mitered corners. There's what it looks like on the front. Here's what it looks like on the back. So you use a piece of this at the end. You have plenty to make your tie up here. You sew your tie, put it in the seam, and flip it up when you get done. See how that's done? So you've got your little hanger there ready to go. When I'm doing square corners like this, I hand stitch mine on the back side. And I did all this with a blind stitch on the back. There you go. That is our ornament pot holder. I hope you like it. You can make all kinds of these out of different fabrics. You could use some of the shiny fabric if you'd like. But like I said, these would make a good quick gift, and you could actually use these. Okay, if you want a kit, let us know and we'll make you a kit of them. The kits are $8 for these, and we'd be glad to ship to you or whatever you need us to do. Thank you for tuning in, and you have great holidays. Good day.